Well, good evening everybody and welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are just joining me, my name's Greg and welcome to the shed, I guess. Thanks for following along. It's been a while since I've been out here due to illness, but I'm feeling a bit better now and I thought I would pop out and make a quick project. This one was one my friends asked me to make for his son. He's 13 years old, absolutely loves gaming and is absolutely dead keen on rugby. So he asked if I could make him a headphone stand and a controller stand for when he's playing his games. So this is the template I'm going to be using. Join me in a minute and we'll get cracking. So I'm going to start by cutting out the template, and I've got a little kicking tee here as well, so the end result is hopefully it will sit on there sort of like that. That's the plan anyway. Probably change now, my luck. So I'm just going to start just by cutting out the templates. I'm not trying to make it too perfect just in case it doesn't work. Now I don't really have a proper plans for this, it's just something I thought I would attempt to make and see if it works really. Hopefully he likes it, but I've only really got today to do it, so I've got a few hours tonight. I'm not long back from work, so we'll see what happens. Now the other day in my last video I had some of this pine, which is what I'm going to be using to make this, and it's just redwood, so that's just going to sit there like that, and I'm going to mark the bottom, cut two of these shapes out, so that I've got a front and back for the ball. This will hopefully give room for the what they call it, the rest of the headset. So yeah, I'm going to get those cut and get the templates glued on. So now that I've got my two pieces of wood cut to size, I'm just going to Pritt stick on the template like so. Then I'll use the bandsaw to hopefully cut them out. Just got to take your time with this really. Probably should have made a template first, but I don't really have the time to do it tonight, so I'm just winging this, big time winging this. See what happens. So join me at the bandsaw and hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing. So now I've got my templates done, as you can see, got two nice little rugby ball shapes. I'm just going to clamp them together. I'm just going to sand them around the outside. So they've just been given a rough sand now, so they're all, I mean, you can see a few marks in there, but I've still got to touch it all up when I'm done. So now I'll crack on with the next bit. So in one of my previous videos, the lathe snowman video, I had a few offcuts like this. I'm thinking I might be able to use one of those offcuts to build my stand. Now what I'm actually thinking of doing is, instead of having these separate like that, if I glue these together, I might, with a flat base there, be able to just glue them down so that looks like a little stand like that. Hopefully it'll work, but we shall see. Yeah, so yeah, if I create a flat bottom, glue it down, we'll see what happens. But that'd be another little good way to use up a piece of scrap. So I'm working on the fly here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of wood glue on this. Hopefully if I can get it out. It's been very, very cold recently here. Just the tiniest little bit, and then nice drizzle over that. And then just to help it out, I'm going to put a little bit of CA glue down. Oh god, yeah, that's cold. Line this up perfectly. Clamp the absolute shit out of it for a few seconds. Hope it holds. Clean up some of that squeeze out there. Shouldn't take too long. I just need it to hold for tonight really, because like I said, I've only really got tonight to do this. Right, that's a minute or so, so take those off like that. Lovely. Right, now hopefully, I mean it's not going to do it now because I've just got to square it off. We should have a nice little stand, and as you can see it's basically almost the same width. I mean, what a piece of good scrap that is. So yeah, I'll put a square edge on this quickly, and yeah, try and fix that down somehow. Flat base. Whoa! This turned out to be quite a nice little project. I mean, it's not going to hold it right now probably, but what I want is for that to sit like that. So obviously this will be his gaming headset. So now all I need to do is find a way of holding it. I'm thinking I might just CA glue it, to be honest, because that stuff holds for a bloody long time. I mean, I can always put a screw right through the bottom, a big screw, but I don't really want to. What I will do though is give this a quick final sand over just to get its shape, and yeah, go from there. So I won't bore you with that footage, and I'll just get that sanded over quickly. Okay, so I've sanded it all down to 120, and I've decided to CA glue and put a little bit of normal glue, like Gorilla Glue, on the base as well. So as you can see, it's sort of got that rugby ball shape now. And I'll just show you by using my ear defenders as a thing. You know, hopefully that'll hold his headset really well. What I've got to do now is quickly build a base. Then I've got to make the stand for the controller. Now, don't worry, this is one of my old ones for all you people gaming out there. It's not going to get covered in sawdust. Well, it is, but I'm not going to be using it. Just going to use one of my old controllers for size comparison. And what I've got, what I ordered should I say, is some actual rugby studs, because I thought they might look quite nice as part of the aesthetics for this project. So I'm going to find a piece. I'll probably end up using the same wood, in hopes that it's quite a nice little size, which well, it seems to be. So let's have a gander quickly. So what I want to do is put this, if I move this across a bit, in the middle, and then have some studs either side for the controller. And I do have some offcuts from an old project, and if I put those like that, then hopefully the controller can sit on there like so, just a bit further back, and then the rugby studs can go either side of that just to hold the controllers in place. But we'll have a look. I mean, this is quite nice wood actually. This was, they call it cedar, Florida cedar or California cedar. Pretty sure it's Florida cedar. But yeah, I've got like 4 pieces of this from an old turning project. So I'll give those a go and we'll see what it looks like. So I've cut down the base, as you can see here. It's a lovely piece of redwood again. And I found 2 more pieces of scrap from the snowman build. And what I've done, I'm just going to mark these on this piece of wood to where I like them, and I quite like that there, like that. And then what I'll do is mark this piece out here. I might push it back just a little bit like that, and then just mark that there. Then using my rule, or my guide, my straight edge, whatever you want to call it, I am going to make a nice little mark along there. And then with my thing, if I just mark that little circle there and then come across, what I want to do is find that centre mark there. I'm just going to measure in to that, so we're just 2 1/8 of an inch. So I'm going to measure in 2 1/8 of an inch from here. Just that. Make my little circle there. Find my centre, which is that. And now these should be equal distance, the same space apart. And then my little headphone stand is going to go in the centre. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these glued down quickly, because I've still got the hole in from the chuck, so I know where centre is, and I might use that to my advantage. These are 21mm studs, if anyone is interested. Oh, that's the perfect. Wow, things are looking up for that, aren't they? Banging. Right, let's get these glued down. Again, I'm just going to use CA glue because I've only got tonight, and then I'll punch a screw in from the bottom. Hold that down for a sec. Here's the first one. There we have 2. Now, hopefully, these will stand up like so. Nice. So I'm just going to screw these in quickly, just to really bind them. Make sure they don't come loose. I'm going to put a pilot hole in first, I think, because I don't particularly want these splitting out on me. And somewhere, the intelligent man that I am, I've got some countersink pieces. Nodded. Do have some countersink pieces. So I've just countersunk 2 there. And now, I just need to find 2 nice screws to use. Always save old screws. These are from another little project that I tried, but yeah, perfect. Alright. They're not that old, there's nothing wrong with them. They were just too big for what I wanted, so I just took them out. Straight through the bottom. So now, countersunk those in. beautifully, and that's not going anywhere. And now what I'm going to do, because they're 21mm, I need to find what size thread they are. Well, with a little bit of pressure, they're going in. Perfect, there's one. And that is bloody awesome, that. Look at that. Not bad for a quick evening project. Quite surprised how this is turning out. Get the second one in. I don't even think I'm going to use any glue on these or anything. So these are the rugby studs from the old boots. Look. Banging. Right, now I just need to figure out where I want the other ones. So that's centre there. And I'm going to put 2 on each side. So maybe 1 there. Just to hold them in place. And the other one sort of there. Sort of. Hopefully. Again, I'm just winging stuff, so. Look at that. So with those attached, there's a nice little rugby stud Xbox controller. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly do the same on this side, and then I'm going to unscrew them, sand it down, and rebuild it. Right, so I've done the base, so it'll be sanded down to 120, and now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to the headphone holder. Yeah, cool. Voila. So there we have. Hopefully I can manage to looks like that. Nice little Xbox controller headphone stand. I'm just going to touch it up a little bit, put a bit of finish on the bottom maybe. I'll see it, because I don't know how I'm going to put the logo on here yet. We'll find out eventually, because I don't really know. Leave a comment in the description what you would do, because this has stumped me. Maybe it's just because I'm trying to get it all done tonight, I'm not really thinking. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, because I might build one of these again in the future and see if I can sell one. Okay, so it's all finished. I've decided not to fanning around with it too much. I've put a gloss finish on this, the one I used in the last video, the clear lacquer one, and as you see, that's come up bloody lovely. That I'd be happy with that. So he's got room for 2 controllers and 1 headrest. And what I'll do, just to do it straight, put that on there, and that on there. voila. Yeah, I think he'd be dead chuffed with that. Absolutely dead chuffed with that. I would be. For a quick evening project, yeah, really happy. So yeah, that's how you do it, I suppose. One evening, couple of hours, job done. Well guys, again, absolutely massive thank you for watching this video. We have come to the end of it now. If you have liked what you've seen, or you want to say anything, drop a comment below. Like, comment, subscribe, obviously, it helps me out. And yeah, just let me know what you thought. And again, what an amazing little project to make. I mean, an evening, literally an evening. What would I do differently next time? Maybe finish that first. Well, finish by, I mean, put a name or personalisation or something. No, but you can do what you want. But yeah, cracking, absolutely cracking. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.